Okay, so are you ready for this deep dive?
I think so. Hit me.
All right, so today we're going to be looking at this idea of finding strength in contentment.
Okay.
Even when, things are tough.
Yeah.
Life is throwing all these curveballs at us,
Yeah.
And I've got this really interesting source that I want to look at with you.
Okay.
To kind of unpack this idea.
All right. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
So get this, it's a prayer.
A prayer?
Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting.
Right.
Interesting.
But hold on.
Okay.
Before you think we're going to get all, preachy,
right.
The beauty of this prayer is that it has this universal message.
Yeah, I see.
It's about tapping into this deep well of peace, no matter what you believe.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not about any specific religion or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just about this universal message within this prayer.
Interesting.
And the core message here revolves around relying on a higher power. In this case, it's God.
Okay.
As this source of strength and sufficiency.
All right. So how does the prayer talk about that?
So there's this one line
Okay.
that really jumps out.
Yeah.
And it says, "In one of my prayers I have said, sufficient unto me is God. He is the all-sufficing."
All-sufficing.
Right.
That's pretty powerful.
It's a powerful word, right?
It really makes you think, what does that even mean,
Well, and think about this. We often equate sufficiency with, material needs.
Okay. Right. Yeah, just having enough.
I have enough food, I have enough money, to get by.
Yeah, totally.
But this seems to point to something much, much deeper.
I think so too.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just about, having your basic needs met.
Right.
But it's about feeling truly complete and whole on this, emotional, spiritual level.
Exactly.
It's knowing that even when everything around you is chaotic.
Yeah.
Right. There's this core part of you that's unshakable.
It is like having that foundation.
Yeah.
No matter what is going on around you.
That you can always come back to. Right.
Yeah.
And that's powerful.
For sure.
So thinking about that.
Okay.
There's this next part of the prayer
Okay.
that I think is really interesting.
Okay.
It says, "Be thou content with me and seek no other helper."
Seek no other helper.
Right.
That's a tough one.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think, for me at least, what that brings to mind is our modern obsession with external validation.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's like we are constantly, chasing these achievements or, we're buying things. We want to get more likes on social media. We're always looking for that validation from outside.
Yeah.
And we're thinking that these things are going to bring us
Yeah.
lasting contentment. And I think, this part of the prayer is really challenging that.
Yeah. It's saying, look inward.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Find that peace.
Find that peace.
And acceptance.
Within yourself.
Within.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get that. But, it makes me wonder.
What's that?
Does that mean we should just, become passive?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Just accept everything that life throws at us?
Right.
Without taking action.
Interesting point.
Because then there's this line that follows.
Okay.
That says, "Nothing in the heavens or in the earth or in whatever lieth between them, but God thy Lord sufficeth."
Nothing but God sufficeth.
That sounds like a pretty solid bedrock
It does.
to stand on
Yeah.
when things are tough.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I think that, you're really getting at the heart of it here.
Yeah.
Which is, what's the balance?
Right.
Is it passivity?
Yeah.
Or is it, action? And I think, I don't think it's about passivity at all.
Yeah.
I think it's more about drawing on that inner strength,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
when you really trust
Yeah.
that there is this higher power, that there is this guiding force
Yeah.
that is supporting you.
Okay.
It allows you to approach those difficulties
Right.
with a sense of perspective, a
Yeah.
sense of resilience.
So you're not
You're not just
freaking out.
Right. Yeah. You're not flailing around.
Yeah.
You're not, reacting out of fear
Right.
or scarcity.
Yeah.
But you're responding with
Yeah.
clarity, with confidence.
So it's like having this unwavering inner compass
Exactly.
that's guiding your decisions and actions.
Even in the midst of the storm.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
the storm's raging around you. But you've got that compass and you know which way to go.
And you know that no matter what's happening
Right.
around you.
Yeah. There's this deeper source of support
Yeah.
that you can always tap into.
And that's, I think, where the real strength comes from.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of,
Yeah.
I think it was Viktor Frankl,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Who talked about, finding meaning
Finding meaning and purpose,
and purpose.
even in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a difficult situation.
Right.
Yeah.
And so his experience and what he wrote really speak to that.
They do.
The strength that comes from that
Hmm.
deep inner faith.
That sense of connection to something greater than yourself.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
It's really inspiring to think about, how that's played out throughout history.
For sure.
And how people have found solace
Mhm.
and strength
Yeah.
in their faith
Yeah.
during really, really tough times.
It's amazing
Yeah.
what the human spirit is capable of.
It makes you think about,
Yeah.
where do we seek fulfillment? Right.
Right?
Yeah. Where are we putting our energy?
Are we, chasing that,
Yeah.
fleeting external validation?
That external validation.
Or are we cultivating that,
Right.
unshakable inner peace?
That inner peace.
Right.
It's a huge question.
Yeah.
And I think it's a question worth pondering.
Definitely.
If true contentment comes from within,
Mhm.
how can each of us tap into that?
Right.
What are the practices?
Yeah.
What are the beliefs
Yeah.
that help us cultivate that sense of inner peace
Yeah.
and sufficiency?
Even when things are tough.
Even when things are really tough,
Yeah.
it's a challenge, but I think it's one worth taking on.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
It's been great.
It's been really thought-provoking.